So we are less than 2 weeks away from the PlayStation Classic, and at first I was planning to do this video alongside the unboxing video, but now I decided to do it separately because the video will otherwise be quite long, and I don't want to do the video so long. So what I'm going to talk about now is, and I've had time now to really go through that 20 games on my head, and at first, like so many I have read on the internet, are canceling their pre-order. They are pissed off, they are frustrated, disappointed, uh, and I understand that quite perfectly. And I was also quite disappointed at first, but now that I have had time to really think about, I've come to the realization that the list is actually quite good, and let me tell you why. Um, the fact of the matter is, this is a nostalgia act for Sony, and it really comes to the fact what games are important to you personally. So you always have to remember that other one's trash can be other one's treasure. And and I will take for example Destruction Derby. Um, Many think that it was a bad choice, and it was, as a game, it's not a great game by any means. It's a good game, but it has a huge amount of nostalgia for me. That is one of the first games I ever bought to my PlayStation. So it's the nostalgia, the amount of nostalgia is just crazy on that title. And otherwise, that I also talked about on my earlier videos, Ridge Racer Type 4. That has a huge nostalgia value to me. And I think many will also say that's one of the better choices in this list. Um, so yeah, that's definitely one of my favorite titles on classic Ridge Racer. Um, Other very nostalgic games for me are, of course, Resident Evil Director's Cut and Metal Gear Solid. And those games are great, of course. And of course, I was expecting that we will get Silent Hill. I don't know why that wasn't included. Maybe it had something to do with I don't know. I don't think. it had to do with licensing issues, like in the case of Gran Turismo and Tony Hawk games. They were probably dropped out because of the licensing issues with the music. And um, yeah, so I was really expecting that some of the great names will be left out because of various reasons, licensing issues, other ones getting recent remakes like Spyro and Crash. I understand that perfectly. Um, but yeah, I still think some of the choices were quite odd, I must say, like Mr. Thriller. That's one of those few games that I'm not interested about that much. Uh, and the other one being maybe Intelligent Cube, known as Kurushi here in Europe. Um, I'm not that interested in that game either, but more than Mr. Thriller, of course, because also Intelligent Cube has multiplayer. It supports two players, so if I remember right, now I'm not sure, but I think it had two-player multiplayer. Yeah. So I don't see me playing that as a single player, but as a multiplayer, maybe, yes. And yeah, I'm actually really shocked how many fans are so disappointed in the list and so disappointed that they really are canceling their pre-order. And I don't know, maybe this list is just, for me personally, most of these 20 games mean a lot to me, and I guess I'm one of those few fans that really thinks about like that. So yeah, I'm definitely happy in the end, as I was a little disappointed at first, but in the end, I can say I'm really happy about the list of games we got. Um, and so yeah, I would say about half of these games really mean a lot to me and has a huge nostalgia value to me. Some of these aren't great games, but the nostalgia and the game being great, it's a kind of different thing. So nostalgia can, I understand nostalgia can make the game better for you than it really is, if you know what I mean. Like Destruction Derby. As a game, it's just okay, good, but I have so many fond memories of that game, and that is the most important reason to me to think that it was great they included that game. And then also I would like to say that some of these games that doesn't have a nostalgia value to me, that I the games that I missed back in PlayStation era, games like that I didn't play at all. Games like Rayman, Oddworld, Wild Arms. Okay, at least them. Now is a great chance for me to finally play those games that I was interested in back in the day, but for some reason I didn't buy those games back then. Maybe because the availability was bad. I think I didn't saw Rayman at the shelves. I think I never saw that game on the shelves here. Uh, Same goes with Wild Arms. And I don't think I I saw Oddworld either. So I would have probably bought those games back in the day if I would saw them on the shelves. But okay, move on. So yeah, now it's a great time for me to experience those games finally. And talking about the word final, I gotta say, I have never played Final Fantasy VII either, so this will be a great chance for me to play that iconic game that many say are even the best PlayStation 1 game or one of the best. It's a huge game, so I'm really looking forward to play that. But yeah, like I said, I understand many great games were left out for a reason. I don't think Sony would have thought that, we know that Crash Bandicoot is a huge game in PlayStation history, and Spyro and Silent Hill, but let's just not include those games. No, that's not possible. There has to be some very big reasons for not to include those games, and I can also see the variation that Sony wanted a good amount of, I would say a great amount of variation in games here. So there is definitely something for everyone. There are puzzle games, there are adventure games, shooting games, horror games, racing games. Yeah, all kinds of games here. So at least I'm appreciating the effort that Sony is making here I can truly appreciate that. I don't care really about the fact that many are so disappointed, and of course I I don't care about that, but uh, it still amazes me how big the impact was when Sony revealed all those games. I mean, the negative impact on fans. So, yeah, I may be one of the few ones that are not really complaining and are understanding the fact that these are the games we got. And Sony tried their best with, you know, the licensing and others stuff that really prevented them to include some of those great games. There's something else I was thinking of saying, not really. So yeah, I'm getting so excited now that it's only little more than 10 days when the console will be released. And like I've said many times, I will get one on day one, and I will be doing that promised unboxing video as soon as I get my hands on that beauty. So, yeah, those were my thoughts about the games list and the reason why I'm not so disappointed like so many others have been. So that's it. And I hope I didn't forget anything important to say about some of the games. And if I did, I will be talking about those on the unboxing video. So yeah, see you very soon. And next time you will be seeing the PlayStation Classic on my hands and will be unboxing that beauty. So till next time, get back to you very soon. So bye for now.